Hey Sugar Bee, let's talk about making yogurt today. Yogurt is super important to your digestive tract, and I try to eat yogurt every day. I like to make my yogurt because over time, as I make the yogurt using the yogurt I made yesterday to make yogurt today, the probiotics in the yogurt that I make each time get stronger and stronger and stronger. So let's learn about making yogurt. The first thing you're going to need is milk. Now, I took a picture of the label so you could see. If you check your milk, you need to buy whole milk, not skim milk. Whole milk, and check the label and see if your milk is pasteurized or ultra pasteurized. That will make a difference in temperature. So I have pasteurized milk, not ultra pasteurized, and it's homogenized and vitamin D and all that stuff. And then you're going to need a pot. We don't necessarily need the lid. So into this pot, we're going to pour 4 cups of milk. And of course I spilt it on the counter because I'm messy Betsy like that. All right, 4 cups. Now when we're done, this will make just over a quart of yogurt. Okay. Then we're gonna take this milk over to the stove and we're gonna heat it to 180 degrees because it's pasteurized. Pasteurized is 180 degrees. And ultra pasteurized is 150 degrees. So we're gonna heat this milk to 180 degrees and we're gonna keep stirring it, not the whole time, but stir it often because the milk solids will burn at the bottom. All right, let's get this heated up. Now, once you've reached 180 degrees, we're going to set the pan into a sink of cold water and stir till the temperature reaches between 110 and 115 degrees. I'll be back. So while we're waiting on the milk to cool to 115 degrees, let's talk about the next step so we can get set up for it. So in this metal bowl, I have a 1/2 cup of yogurt from a previous batch of yogurt I made. But if you have not made yogurt before, let me tell you where to get your starter. Now, there's lots of websites that you can get it. New England Cheese Making is a really good one. But you can go to the store and for $2, you can get a container of plain yogurt. It's super important that the yogurt, hold on, let me find where it says it. Has active yogurt cultures. See where it says active yogurt cultures? You have to look for that on the label. And I saved this container because when I make yogurt, I put what I'm going to use to make the next batch of yogurt into there after I finish making a batch. That way it doesn't get eaten. Okay. And so we're also going to need a whisk. And sometimes I use the rubber spatula to get this out of there. But anyway, so what we want to do to make this easier is we want to spread this yogurt up the sides of the bowl a little bit, because it makes it much easier when we get ready to mix in the milk, because this will be more spread out. I know it sounds crazy, but this is a technique that I learned through trial and error. If you don't spread this out, then when the yogurt cultures, there's going to be a big clump of really firm yogurt in the bottom and the top part will be really thin, and we don't want that. So we're going to spread this out in the bowl. All right, and then we'll go check on the temperature of our milk. See you in a minute. Okay, we're at 110 degrees. and the magic of television, yogurt. So I took the yogurt out of the oven after 8 hours, and I pulled the bowl out, removed the aluminum foil and the towel, and I lined my strainer with a flour sack towel that I use just for making yogurt and cheeses. And it has been sitting here for about an hour. I have my jars already sterilized, washed and sterilized and ready. These are the little jars that I put my yogurt in because I think it's more convenient for me. So let's see. Oh yeah. Now I like my yogurt thick. Not everybody likes their yogurt thick. But we're just gonna scoop it into these jars. About 3 of these spoons to fill a jar up about with the amount that I like. So let me finish filling these jars and I'll be right back. Okay, so the yogurt is packaged into these jars, and I'll eat this in a day. So I make yogurt often. I have my starter for the next batch already saved back, and the batch that we made earlier today is processing. This is a batch I made last night so that I would be able to shoot the video in one day. And so anyway, so we got the yogurt into the jars. This is the strainer that I use with the cheesecloth in it to strain out the whey. And then in this, stay there. In the bottom of this bowl, we have the whey. Now, we're not going to throw away the whey. Remember, we're trying to go for a zero waste kitchen. But what are you going to do with the whey? I'm sure that's a question on your mind. Well, whey is useful for many, many things. If you make biscuits from scratch, use this. Half and half with your milk, and they'll taste just like buttermilk biscuits. If you make bread, you can use it in bread and it makes it taste like sourdough. Don't use straight whey. Like if the recipe calls for a cup of milk, then use half whey and half milk. Or if it calls for water, use half of the water, replace half the water with whey. If you have chickens, this will improve your chicken's health tremendously. Chickens, pigs, this is all really good for them. Or ducks. Also, you can just drink it. It is a really great probiotic and it actually tastes really good. It's kind of got a little bit of a sour, tangy taste, like unsweet yogurt. So for some people it's an acquired taste, but definitely in a taste you should acquire because it's really healthy for you. Pancakes, waffles, you can use it in just about everything. Where you're using milk or water. So this will keep in the refrigerator for 2 months. So just make sure when you put it in the fridge that you write the date on the label, or label it, put the date on it, so that you know when you put it in the refrigerator. And then just use it up. Alrighty. So how do I eat this yogurt? Generally, I just eat it by itself. But sometimes I may be craving a sweet snack or something, so I will put honey on it or granola that I make, and watch for that. Granola video's coming soon. Honey is my favorite thing on it. You can stir in jam like raspberry jam or strawberry jam or whatever kind of jam you like, orange marmalade. And then you can also use it because like I said, the more you use your yogurt that you make yourself to make the next batch and the next batch and the next batch, you're increasing the probiotics in it. So the taste gets more and more mellow and smooth. So You can use this as eventually after 4 or 5 goes with regeneration. You can use it as like sour cream on a potato. It's really good. So I hope you guys will try making yogurt. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. Don't forget to like the video and share. And I love you, Sugar Bee. Go make some yogurt.